What's about 10% gratuity on a biannual basis?
Worth considering.
What up? Wow, flinch much? Hey, work later. Let's hit the phaser range. I need moving targets.
This isn't work. We're playing Diplomaths.
And we're at a crucial point in the negotiation. We're both about to lose!
Why is that good?
If both sides are equally unsatisfied with the negotiation, you can close the deal. Ready for final offers? I don't like it.
I guess I can live with that. That's a compromise!
Oh boy. I'd say you guys should take up a less embarrassing hobby, but it might be too late.
Welcome, everyone, to Deep Space Pride, a gay Star Trek podcast. I am one of your hosts, Johnson, and with me is my co-host, Mike.
Hey,
Mike,
Johnson.
how is it going?
It's been a tiring Wednesday.
Has it been? I'm tired. I'm tired. Are you tired? You were this day was okay. I'm like, this day was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I'm in the middle of training. Oh, by the way, happy Star Trek Day.
Happy Star Trek Day. Yes.
We're recording this on Star Trek Day before all the announcements.
Before the announcement, so it's going to be dated, essentially.
So you're going to hear everybody else's in the world's thoughts on Star Trek Day before us.
It's only because we couldn't record tomorrow, so we're recording it now.
Because someone has a very busy social life.
I mean, I reserve Wednesdays for this podcast recording. I don't know what to tell you. This is how life works.
I know. You fill up every night. Your social calendar is so booked, though.
Sometimes. Are there any pre-announcements that we can discuss?
Hero Collector is coming out with an extra large version of the Cerritos.
Okay, is that exciting?
So sort of the same scale as the Discovery ones were. The Discovery models were. That's what I've seen so far. That they're doing the Cerritos and the Titan, but the Titan is not confirmed yet for XL, their XL version. Okay. So there's that. Nana Visitor is writing a book on women of Trek. Seen that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So they announced that today, and the Roddenberry Foundation
and we're getting the Borg Queen on Picard season 2.
Oh right, yes, that was released earlier this week or last week. Last week,
it was late last week. It was after our previous episode.
Yeah. So the Borg Queen is back. I
have thoughts about that. I mean, I'm obviously we may or may not see her in a Picard teaser that may or may not get released during Star Trek Day. We will see. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, no, I just rewatched the teaser. It wasn't a trailer, right? It was just a teaser for Picard a couple of days ago, and I noticed that when Picard is walking into the house.
I didn't see this. There's another teaser for Picard.
No. I think this is. I just rewatched the one I saw. It was playing somewhere, or it popped up somewhere. I don't know where, but the scene where he walks into his house in the vineyard and. He's like looking for Laris and Jabon, and no one's responding, and Q is there.
Yes.
I realized that probably they're not there because his timeline has somehow changed. So he's walking and thinking that Laris and Zebon are going to be there, but instead Q's there because somehow his timeline has changed, which is I don't know why that just kind of occurred to me at this point that scene is actually when it becomes apparent to Picard that something's off.
Right.
But that's all I really had on that, other than the Borg Queen. I mean, it's...
Wait, what does that have to do with the Borg Queen? Or did you just kind of rewatch the trailer and you were like, oh, I didn't notice this last time.
Yeah, it was something I didn't notice before, but I also thought that if that's the case, if they've reset that piece, then I wonder where the Borg Queen, because we have First Contact, where the Borg Queen takes over the Enterprise E. We have all of the Voyager stuff with the Queen. Obviously, this is Picard, so it wouldn't necessarily. So it'll be interesting. I don't know. Maybe neither Picard nor Seven of Nine apparently were assimilated. Maybe.
It's possible.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
I was surprised.
I just hope they don't bring in the Borg Queen and then it's just dumb. Like my opinion.
I think it'll be creative. I mean,
oh my god! Do we need to talk about Picard season 1 again?
I think they'll be more creative. I mean, no.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, season 1 didn't necessarily show me tons of creativity, but I guess I'll wait for season 2 and see what happens.
Well, I mean, I still enjoyed it, but yes, it was, there were
it was problematic. Even you admit it was problematic. I know you enjoyed it more than I did.
I did, definitely.
There were issues.
Yeah, there were some. Yeah, I agree. But, nothing is perfect. I mean, we find issues everywhere. We have notes. We have notes everywhere.
We do. But
and I'm sure we'll have notes about
we'll see. I personally think they squandered some of the goodwill because I don't know. I was just very disappointed with season 1, as you know. I just think they squandered goodwill when it came to reviving this character. I think that they could have done a lot better. But we'll see. We'll see what they do with the Borg Queen. I'm just like, ugh, like we're revisiting this well again, particularly with the Borg kind of being in season 1. We have to go back now. Same character, let's revisit it, but let's try to find a unique spin, way to do it. And then will it be that original and interesting?
Well, I mean, it'll be different, I'm sure. But I think the one piece about this that I'm disappointed in is I really wanted to see the universe through the eyes of being $24.99, right? Almost
$23.99.
$23.99, sorry, yeah. So almost 20, the 2400, and I wanted to see what the universe is like 15 years later after kind of all this has happened a little bit more. Like we just
you want
really...
like another time jump?
No, I don't want to go back in time. I want to stay in the time that it was set.
Oh, I see.
And like get involved with the Fenris Rangers, and obviously there's a lot more Romulan intrigue. Starfleet Command must be in shambles. I mean, once you have your chief of security who's turned out to be a Romulan, I mean, like that place is screwed. So, I think that there's a lot of stuff that they could do with all of that. And also suddenly, we couldn't build a fleet of ships to save the Romulans, but we just built 200 battleships.
That looks like they look exactly the same.
Yeah. To defend against this Romulan fleet. So
yeah. It's like they're fine, but not really. I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's, but anyway, so I really wanted to stay in the present tense of Picard and kind of see the universe, see where everybody is, see where,
Right. Well, hopefully we'll get a little bit of that before all the time shit happens.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I just hope that they don't bring back Worf and Geordi through the lens of being in the past. I want to see them
or like alt universe versions.
Yeah, I want to see them now as they are in 2400, what they're doing, who they are, just like we saw Riker and Deanna. So
right.
I think actually Picard is the first one up on Star Trek Day, so I think we'll get a ton more information right off the bat about that.
Really cool. Well, apparently they just finished filming season 2.
And they're going right into filming season 3, I guess. Right. So, which I guess is a smart idea given Patrick Stewart's advanced age, But the other thing too is, like, there are plenty of actors his age and older who are still very active. I get it. Like a TV show is probably a little bit more demanding for an 80-year-old than a movie, where they can kind of pace it over one movie over months and months of recording. But but
he does seem, he's 80, 81 or something.
He's probably 81.
He does seem to me more frail than if I was to compare him to William Shatner at 90, who is very energetic and has a lot of just stamina. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe
people age differently, so it's really hard to say.
I mean, it'll be interesting once they're done filming season 3 and then thinking about what will happen at that point. You know, are they really going to end it at 3 seasons like they agreed to, or at the end of that will Patrick say, you know what, I want to kind of continue this a little bit more? It's hard to say, you know.
I don't know. I'm okay with just 3 seasons. I mean, he's old.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be interested in seeing the universe continue in terms of the 25th century, early 25th century.
Yeah, I would too.
But
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily need to be Patrick Stewart.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. I hope that it's a lot more. That we get to explore that time frame a little bit more, especially after if.
Well, we have a big gap between that and Discovery, so. Yeah. It's just like there's like 600-700 years to explore.
Right.
You know?
And we have Giorgio somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I think it would be great to see some more of the universe. Maybe not through Picard, but in the same time frame as. I
mean, if there was a 7 spinoff, I would totally watch it.
Oh yes.
I love Jerry Ryan.
Yep. Yeah.
And she's young. She has plenty of energy. Lots to give. So
yeah. I think it'd be kind of cool to see Jerry Ryan and Giorgio meet up and kick some ass. That would be really
interesting.
Cool. Yeah. But alas, we're not the writers for Star Trek, nor are we going to be probably, but
I don't think so. But we can dream.
So that's what they're leading off with. I'm excited to see Will Wheaton. I mean, Will Wheaton's been super excited about this this day. Actually, everyone is. I think they
did a good job marketing it.
Yeah, they did. I think even better this year than last year. And obviously last year was a bunch of panels that were pre-recorded, and you kind of saw that in the the not the quality I want to say, but just the.
Well, you thought I remember you thought it was too overproduced.
Yes, it was definitely overproduced. It was super edited.
It was sterile.
It was super edited. I didn't, that's not a genuine panel to me. When it's super edited like that, and so that's last year. This year it should be pretty exciting. Yeah. Obviously we're so the Strange New Worlds logo is official. Because it's on t-shirts now. So I did see that today. So we know that that's the logo for Strange New Worlds. So we're definitely hoping to see a trailer of some sort for that, and maybe even meet some of the additional crew, cast and crew. The cast. I mean,
right?
Who else are going to be there with the big three? But there's that. Obviously, Prodigy. We've got an opening trailer. We'll probably, I imagine they'll probably announce when this is gonna.
I think so.
Launch. Which
I think we're gonna get more solid premiere dates.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we'll get a schedule for the rest of these series.
At this point, they should really know. I would say they should. Really
absolutely. They should know what's up next and what's coming. What's coming when. So so hopefully we'll know all of that and have a lot to talk about
next week. We'll be behind, but we will have a lot to talk about.
Maybe we'll do a special episode or not. I don't know. We'll see if we have time this weekend.
How ambitious.
Always try to be more ambitious than over deliver. Under promise, over deliver.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that brings us to us chatting about this week's episode of Lower Decks, Mugato Gumato.
Hi. What the hell are you two doing? Guys, quick! The Ferengi are coming. You gotta get me out of here
so you can eat us just like Shax?
What?
We saw it, Mariner, back there at the compound.
Shax was stung by a Mugato.
Yeah, and you stabbed him and licked his blood. They really messed you up good in that lab.
I had to suck the venom out. What lab?
We know what you really are.
Wait. Did you find out that I'm a Black Ops secret agent?
You weren't even hiding it?
Section 31!
I am not a spy, guys.
Then how did you know?
Because I started that rumor.
Yeah, right. More Black Ops lies.
No, really, that was me. Look, I like having a mystique.
Even if we did believe you, how do you explain the Atlantis? Half the crew disappeared with no explanation.
Did you eat them?
The Atlantis? No, everyone got Kerplickian lice. Of course Starfleet Command didn't put it in the official records. Do you know how embarrassing it is to lose a starship to lice?
Why are you so good at martial arts?
Because it's a sport I can practice on my own, because on every ship, I never have friends who... Wait, you looked at my records? You thought I was an undercover killer? Ow! What the hell?
Oh, I thought you
Because
just
before
might
you
catch
did,
the
and it was like
tricorder.
you were a ninja?
Yeah, but that's all it took, is a lucky catch.
You shouldn't have started that rumor. I mean, kill anything in her way? Why would you want people to think that?
Because it keeps jerks away from me. But I can't believe you guys would ever believe that. You're my best friends.
I think we believed because that part made sense.
That a badass like you wouldn't really be friends with guys like us.
Oh, guys.
So, Mike, what did you think of this episode?
So you and I said
Briefly.
we
talked
we haven't
I
really
went to Chicago.
Yeah, I said it felt, when I watched it the first time, it felt weird. There was something just different about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I was expecting. It wasn't the reset that we were worried about either. So there was that. But it just felt like a different kind of episode. And I think that this is a typical like away mission episode where it's just, and then the B storyline, it's back on the Cerritos with Tendi and Tiana, Dr. Tiana. So it felt different, but I watched it again today, and I think today I noticed that maybe it was just the different partnerships. I really like Rutherford and Boimler together. I think that they feed off each other's anxieties really well.
Yes. I know that too.
But I wasn't that thrilled about this whole, I get it. It's part of Mariner's character. She's obviously, we're learning more and more that she has been left behind a lot of times, or, is sort of the sole survivor, if you were, of groups of friends and of people she's worked with. So it's just, I wasn't that thrilled with this whole idea that she started the rumor, and that, I believed Boimler and Rutherford that they were scared of her. Obviously she kicked their asses in Ambujitsu, which I was like, come on, I was really hoping that 3 months of working out on their own, they could at least do more than hit her once.
Yeah. I think that for me, it just felt off, and because when you were talking about the Ambujitsu teaser, it just felt a little off to me. Like that scene, that teaser, it was really violent. Like, I don't know if you felt that way. I was just like, okay. It was just more over the top than usual in terms of cartoon violence. When I was
Agreed. I agree with that.
When Mariner impaled Rutherford's hand, I was like, what the fuck? I was just like, it was too over the top. But I think that also kind of set the tone for the episode, that it was just excessively graphic for me. More than usual. There were just a few scenes, even when the Gumatos were having sex. I was like, this is weird. It just felt weird. I'm not opposed to violence or sex on screen at all. It doesn't bother me, but for some reason this felt a little off tone for Lower Decks, and that teaser really set the tone for the episode for me. And the rest of the episode kind of had that same kind of approach to what it was showing on screen. It just didn't really feel right for the show to me. It wasn't because it wasn't really funny. It was kind of just it's ouch,
Yeah, and I was just thinking about this. The last time that Mariner was on her own on an away mission, it was with Jack, and they have this chemistry and this back and forth. And this is back in season 1. I'm not even talking about the opening episode, Strange Energies. I'm talking about first season. When she went on an away mission with Jack, and and they just had this back and forth.
Yeah.
That I thought was really well done. In this case, it was Shax and her, and they had zero chemistry. They barely talked. So there was that lacking. So it was really like Mariner on her own, a little bit too much, and then this whole violence piece was definitely over the top. You know, I mean, I'm happy that I guess I'm happy. I actually don't know if I'm happy. You know, with Shax being back and being so active in this episode. I mean,
it's fine. I think we talked about it last time. It's fine that he's back.
Yeah,
I don't think neither of us are
yeah.
particularly attached to Shax.
Right. Yeah. So I just think I think that was part of it. I think that she didn't really have anyone to bounce the episode off of with, you know, like just another character, because she and Shax aren't close. You know, Shax is leading this away mission and he's all gung-ho about, you know, just barreling into situations, and
right.
Whereas I think Jack would have been a little more cautious and approach it a little more strategically. So I'm kind of bummed that, you know, it was Shax instead of Jack, but you know, there's that, and then there's also the C- storyline, which I'll call is that the alien who was buying the tusks doing an insurance scam on Starfleet vessels. So
that. I mean, I guess that was an extension of the current story of the A storyline, but it was just kind of dumb.
Yeah, it was it was just I didn't think that was that great. So overall, it just kind of was, you know, meh to me. I mean, it was fine. Right. You know, it did have some good scenes, and yeah, you know, I am definitely happy with the Rutherford Boimler.
Yeah, those I agree. Those scenes were their dynamic was probably the standout for this episode. Like them playing Diplomath, like it was just so quirky. They did have a lot of, so that was one through line that I liked, them playing Diplomath and then them kind of saving the day at the end through compromise
through a PowerPoint
presentation. And also them freaking, what you were saying earlier, them kind of freaking out together and kind of just like panicking when it comes to Mariner. I thought that was great. I thought it was good. I just thought the rest of it, I agree. I didn't think that the Tendi thing was just like whatever. It was just, I mean, it was just so unrelated, and it didn't get brought in any way. That it was just, you know, it was kind of, I mean, silly.
I liked, you know, the part of the Tendi episode that I really did like was like was the part where she was almost finished, except one, obviously, Tiana's you know, hidden name or whatever, and there was a good balance of Tiana and Tavana, or Tendi, sorry. I was getting Davana, you know,
I guess,
getting that all mixed up. But I thought that there was a really good, like, camaraderie between the two. I felt like, you know, the Doctor respected her for getting all those done and accomplishing something. She sort of stepped up and, you know, was a little more forceful, and, you know, and it definitely showed after that. But I thought that you know, the Doctor running away after Tendi realizes that it's her, and like her chasing it and basically becoming a cat, which, like, hiding under the shuttle and like scratching at anyone who when Tendi stuck her head under there, scratching her, and then running.
That's weird. It was weird because we got that in the last episode when she was like playing in a box.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, they're really playing into this idea that she's a cat.
Yeah, they're kind of, yeah, it's almost too much, I think. A little too much catness, but
then at the end, apparently she and Shax are a thing. They're an item.
So why is everybody, all right, so this is the big thing. I've heard now your incredulity to this.
Oh, I'm not incredulous. It was just, do we get any of that in season 1?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I don't remember.
This was not anything new, and everyone is acting like it is, and it's not.
I don't remember. What was the instance in season 1 where they were?
I forget, but you know, there was definitely some connection between the two of them throughout like parts of season 1. I can't recall all of them, but oh yeah, I do. I was not surprised by that. That was totally like on point for the Doctor and for Shax.
Oh
And
man, I need
every
to rewatch season
podcast
one
I've
or something.
listened
I
to
don't remember
has
that
been
at
like
all.
everybody was like, I don't like where did this come from? I'm like how did you miss this in season one? It's very
Well,
obvious.
it's not like we got that much of Tiana and Shax in the first place. So
No,
I
yeah,
feel we
but
barely got any Tiana in season one.
yeah.
The
No,
most memorable scene of
but this is one
Tiana
of those
was
things that I remember.
the most memorable thing with Tiana in season one for me was in Veritas when she thought that she was in a mirror universe and she stepped onto a completely different ship that she thought was Cerritos but wasn't.
Yeah.
That was like the most, I don't even remember like other scenes with Tiana like that, if you were to ask me, stood out for me in season one.
So I think when if I recall, the other thing where this was sort of, actually this is where I think it was totally revealed. I think it was in the season finale when everyone was aware that Mariner was Captain Freeman's daughter. And so remember, she's walking down the hallway and all these people, including the guy who thinks that Wolf 359 was fake. But the Doctor walks up to her and talks about something, and then she says, "Do you think your mom would mind if I shacked up with Shax?"
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yes, I'm 99% sure that's when part of when, but I think there's other little things where she's like, he's a delicious little snack or something like that.
Ooh, okay.
So I was not surprised by that at all. And I thought that was just totally playing off season one. So
oh man, I don't remember.
So yeah.
Go back.
So that wasn't a surprise to me. Yeah, but overall, I'm really hoping that the second half of this season comes back strong, and that we get, I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe it was the violence. Maybe it was the sex didn't bother me. Actually, watching it again today, I didn't think it was that bad. And you know what? If you take Boimler's comment about watching, which was literally a second long, and then I think it was the end of the scene, and they cut away for a break or whatever. That was it. And
yeah, I don't know what it was. I think it was maybe the cumulative effect, because there were other violent scenes, like what's that guy, the tour guide, and his head got bit off. Like,
that was like, really bad.
It was like things like that. It was a cumulative thing. I think that if there was just like a random sex scenes with Mugatos, I mean, it might have been fine, but it was just overall, it was just a little bit more graphic than usual. And I think it wasn't. I think my thing is it's just I like it when it's clever. I don't like it, like Family Guy, for example, is definitely very crude, but it's so funny because it's just like there's something about it where it's just so ridiculous that it can be crude and funny, and even though it appeals to kind of this lowest common denominator, it's funny, but this almost felt like they were just being violent or sexual just for the kick of it, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't really that funny, it felt just kind of like, all right, it's kind of crude humor, it wasn't very clever. So, and usually when Lower Decks really excels is when it is self-referential and clever and witty, or just silly.
And there wasn't a lot
really
of that.
When I like it. Yeah. So this just kind of felt a little bit out of place. It just, if it was funny, that's one thing. This is kind of just like, all right, it's just violent.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of funny this week, and maybe that's it. Some of it, there were maybe bits or very light bits, but it really wasn't funny.
Yeah,
it was really serious and kind of dark. And
the best part was Diplomath. I was like, oh my god, I want this game. I would actually be excited because I love board games, so I was actually looking to see if this is something that they would actually release.
But, I mean, maybe they will. Maybe someone will come up with it.
I will buy it. Yeah. So, I love board games. Anything else when it comes to Mugato?
No, I'm excited about the next one. I think the next episode is obviously the big scene that we saw in the trailer was the them running through or driving through this mall or
Starbase,
whatever.
I guess.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this will be a little bit funnier. I hope obviously it's Mariner and Boimler back together, so that's always good for some laughs. And yeah, I'm hoping that this will bring it back up, and I think we'll learn a little bit more about what to expect in the second half of the season in a few minutes.
You mean during Star Trek Day, which we're missing?
Yes. Well, we're not missing it yet. We're missing the red carpet right now.
Is it just the red carpet right now?
Yes. Yeah.
It's 8:15, 8:16.
Yes, it's going to be in 8:30 is when it starts. Oh, and it starts with some musical things. So again,
God. Okay.
So we can, we have extra time.
Oh yeah, Jeff Russo or something.
Yeah, which is great. I'll be excited to hear that. I think this will be some. Obviously, it's like 2 hours long, so it's you can kind of watch it in the background as as you do other things, or even catch up on it tomorrow. Although everything will be on the internet very shortly. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm not usually into like sitting through panels of talking. I'm usually just like, give me the TLDR version and show me the trailers.
I think it is pretty much the TLDR version because it's rapid fire. There's like 13.
I know there's coming in 5 shows in what, an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah. So I think it's and obviously one of the longer ones is Strange New Worlds. So yeah, which I think is like running like according to the schedule I saw last week.
There's
like,
a schedule?
Yeah, there's a schedule.
Oh,
yep.
Wow.
Yep. So yeah, so hopefully we'll learn more about the rest of the season from Lower Decks, and we'll find out what's up next.
Yeah, it is. I'm willing to bet like $5 that it's Prodigy. I'm a betting man. I take risks. But
$5 is not a risk.
I'm totally willing to bet that's gonna be Prodigy. So
we will soon know. So
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So
cool. All right. Well, why don't we move on to dishing with Deanna? It's been a while since we visited Deanna's office, it feels like. So why don't we drop by?
Come in. Hi.
You got a minute?
Sure.
Cool. Well, Mike, what is going on in your life? How are you doing? How are you surviving? How are you feeling? Tell me everything.
I think the big news right now is this is day 2 of training for a half marathon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we Dennis and I have signed up for a half marathon in Cambridge.
I hate running. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, you hate cardio in general.
I hate cardio. Oh my god, please don't.
So yeah, day 2. So yeah, we have a running schedule, a training schedule, and so that's good. I am dog sitting for a coworker.
Oh yes, that's right.
So the dog is getting when I go out and don't bring her, she is getting to listen to Deep Space Nine.
What season?
It was season 2. For some reason,
okay.
It was season 2. I have no idea why that was, but yeah, I just hit play. I actually played it from Paramount Plus, so there we go.
No fade or error this time.
No, and it was after I went running, it was still playing. After I went to the grocery store and got coffee, it was still playing. So
wow.
Because every noise in the apartment is kind of a barking moment. She's only been here today, so
right.
So yeah, so hopefully, and she's in the room. She's in her crate right now, travel crate right now, napping. So yeah, so that's going on.
Does this dog know you? Like, have you hung out with this dog before?
I've met her once before. So yeah, she's a sweet little dog. She's got a lot of energy. Does she feel like? Do
you think she feels that she's been abandoned?
No.
She's used to this.
I don't know if she's used to it. I don't know. She's, her mom is, her mom, and actually her mom said that she probably won't eat while I'm gone, and she ate dinner tonight. So I say that's a huge win, and I'm
Yeah, how do you
hoping.
articulate to a dog? By the way, I'll be back in a few days.
What's that?
How do you explain or articulate to a dog, hey, I'll be back in a few days?
Yeah.
I'm just leaving you with a stranger.
Right,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it.
No, she's in good hands. Although I realize that you cannot watch a dog just like you can't watch kids 24/7. So you kind of, but I'm sort of in that phase right now where I'm like watching everything because I don't want her to, but
Kill herself?
I don't want her to pee or poop somewhere.
Oh, God.
But she hasn't. She's been totally fine. So yeah. So that's going on, and then yeah, not too much else. We took a quick trip up to Nyack on Sunday to get out of
You
the
did go
city.
somewhere. So proud.
We did, yeah. Just a quick little trip. It was kind of rainy, but we walked around downtown Nyack, had brunch, and yeah. So that was good. We got out of the city for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I thought you were gonna just like stay local.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like half a day. We didn't go for the whole day because it was raining, and we're just like, okay, let's go back. So we did. Yeah, it was a chill Labor Day weekend, which was good.
That's great.
Dennis was off Saturday and Sunday, so yeah. And then on Monday, I did some organizing. I went and picked up a few. So in our basement leaked a little bit during Hurricane Ida. We were really lucky, and definitely grateful for that we have a good solid, did not flood, unlike many people. So
oh my gosh, yeah.
So I did, when I went down to check after I learned that it was raining, that there was some leaking down there, I noticed that I had a box, like a cardboard box at the bottom of a pile of stuff. And so it's like, oh, okay, well, if that gets wet, everything's ruined. Okay, whatever. But fortunately it wasn't. And so I went to the Container Store and bought a couple of container things to store stuff in. So okay. At least, I mean, they're not watertight, so if it does flood,
like a big plastic Tupperware, kind of.
Yeah. So I did that and organized some of that, cleaned up the office on Labor Day, and just
wow, exciting life.
Yeah, no, not really, but these are the things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and also. Both of us were kind of feeling under the weather on Monday a little bit. Like I had
really?
Just a little bit. Like Dennis came home from work on Monday, achy and like not feeling well.
Ooh.
Woke up the next morning, he was fine, but
okay.
But all weekend I was sort of feeling like it was probably just allergies, but like a lot of phlegm and stuff. So it's just funny how all these things are. Like all these things that you would normally ignore, you're like,
right? You're like,
is this
it?
Is this it?
Is this it?
Not it as in the end, but it as in COVID, and
right.
So
well,
but
I've gotten it. I've survived. So
yes, several of my friends and family have survived it. So but having been vaccinated, that would have been a surprise. You weren't vaccinated when you got it.
I was not.
I mean, it was in March, so
yeah, right, I wasn't eligible yet for the vaccine.
Yeah, right, exactly. So of course, so yeah, but that's really all that's going on here. So yeah, training's in full effect, and so doing some intermittent fasting, and
you are.
I mean, I'm still doing like my morning green juice and coffee, but that's it. I don't usually eat till about noonish.
Huh. Good for you.
So yeah, just trying to. But today, if running 4 miles, it was actually really like muggy out, and I was dripping in sweat, and it's just But I did it. I ran my 4 miles, which is important to.
You're so brave.
Dennis put up the training schedule, and so. There it is. I'm doing it. So
when is it? When is your half marathon?
It's Dennis's birthday weekend on Sunday. So we're all hanging out on Friday night. Then we'll drive up to Massachusetts to Cambridge on Saturday, and then the race is Sunday, and then we'll drive back, probably stopping to see my sister and family on the way back. So
Okay.
but yeah, so that is it's a little less than 60 days away. I think it's 59 days now. I've started the countdown. I don't know how accurate it is, but
I mean,
so
60 days. Oh my God, it's gonna be like November.
yeah, it's
That's
8.5
crazy.
weeks, 9 weeks away. So
Oh, November. I can't.
I know, November.
I
This
can't.
year is flying by. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. How about you share with everyone, including me? I've literally only gotten the TLDR, like 4 bullet points of the weekend, maybe 5 bullet points for your weekend in Chicago and whatever else is going on in Johnson's world.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the biggest part about Chicago was getting there because I was very concerned about trying to get to the airport. And also, is my flight actually leaving? Because it was the day after Ida, and half the subways weren't working. Andrew Transit was shut down. And I was like, because I was initially going to take the subway and then Andrew Transit, like how we did for Vegas, and to get to Newark. And I was like, nothing's working. And then United kept on telling me that my flight was on time. I was like, it's not gonna be on time. So I was just unsure. I ended up taking an Uber to New York, which is not ideal, but I was like, all right, whatever. I don't want to miss this flight. I got there and I was like, flight's still on time. But the security line was super crazy because I think there were just a lot of people who weren't able to get out the previous day that were now lining up, and it was just like a madhouse. It was madness. But I got through. The flight was delayed maybe 20 minutes and I got there. So
That's not bad at all.
no, it's not bad at all. So it was good. Yeah, I got there. My friend, we had dinner. He took me a few places. Chicago's fine. I would say that like it's not New York. Like no places like New York. We went to some gay bars. Oh, so one thing so my friend, he recently got harnessed, like a leather harness that he uses not for, I mean, I guess we can use it for, BDSM, but he kind of uses it just as like an accessory. Like he'll just put it on over like a shirt, and actually looks good. It looks like just like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know what you call. It's not like overalls, but it's like it's like that. It's like it just basically buckles to your pants and then it goes over your shirt. I don't know what those are called, like buckles, whatever. And it actually looks good, but he got it from like a sex shop, like a fetish shop, because they actually custom fit the harness, which is very interesting. They will, so it's leather, so they like, they actually hammer it, they fit it and they hammer it. Or however I don't know materials.
Oh wow, this is
I
like
watched so much Project
serious.
Runway, I should know this, but it's like, they the actual like nails, not nails, I don't know what you call them, but
Rivets maybe, or I don't know.
Whatever. But yeah, they custom fit it, and he was like trying to convince me to get one, and I was like, I'm not that adventurous when it comes to accessorizing. Like the most I'll do is a watch. I thought about doing bracelets and rings, and it just hasn't gone anywhere. And I'm like, okay, you're asking a lot. You're asking me to go from like maybe a watch once in a while to a harness. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off on a regular basis. Because he was like, you don't have to use it for sex. It's like, it's an accessory. And I'm like, part of me, so I haven't really shared this on the podcast, but, I would say that I'm actually kind of adventurous when it comes to like things like that. But I wouldn't really use it as a standard accessory. Like I'm in a work meeting and I will wear a harness, that's not really my style. In terms of, I think I'm more, my style is actually pretty boring. I would say it's like, it's a little bit like, I don't know. I'm more like clean cut when it comes to like what I wear, like how I
It's definitely
dress.
clean cut, like
Yeah.
a lot of black, a lot of dark colors.
Yeah, it's more dark colors. Once in a while, you'll get something that's a little bit more that has an interesting pattern. I am into like patterned materials, but that's as far as I go when it comes to going outside any sort of comfort zone, let alone like a leather harness. So we went to like two like fetish shops, I guess, and he was trying to, I actually put it on. And I was like, oh, actually, it looks interesting, but I was just like, but it's also expensive, and you know me, I'm like cheap and miserly, so I'm like $130 for like a leather harness. I was like, what's this? And I was like, okay, maybe it was like $20. I would wear it, or buy it and just have it, just for shits and giggles. But 130. I'm going to spend $130 on something that I'm never going to use. So that's where the practical side of me, kicks in. So anyway, so I did not get a leather harness. I'm sorry to disappoint, but one day maybe.
I'm sure that there are less expensive options of leather harnesses out there. Obviously, this sounds very custom made.
Right. Yeah. The fact that I think they customize it and they custom fit it to you is a little bit different than just kind of like one you get off Amazon, So yeah, that was interesting.
Not that we recommend getting a leather harness off of Amazon, but
no, I don't necessarily recommend that. But hey, with Prime, if you don't like it, you can return it. So
fair point.
No loss there. So yeah, that was one of the interesting things that happened during my visit to Chicago. But otherwise, yeah, I was fine. I was kind of glad to come back because I at some point started missing New York, of course. And I was like, I miss my bed. I miss New York. And I don't know, but the water in Chicago is like kind of hard. So I got really itchy, like from just showering and stuff. I don't know what it is. Like I was just like itchy. So, and then when I came back, I showered. I was totally fine. So I don't know. I don't something about the water or nature. I have no idea. Maybe it's all a combination of all those things. Anyway, that's like me oversharing a little bit. Well, I don't know if that's oversharing or the harness thing is oversharing, but whatever. Here we are.
I don't think any of that's oversharing. No, you're fine.
I'm fine. This is fine. So yeah, so that was my trip to Chicago. It was nice to get away. I'm probably not going to travel again until next April when we go to Chicago yet again for Star Trek, the Star Trek mission, Chicago, whatever. But yeah, that was my Labor Day weekend. And yeah, otherwise coming back, it's just been really busy. It's been really it's been madness catching up because it's a short week and there are so many meetings, but it's fine. This is fine. Here we are, all good.
There we are. So yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think that about does it for this episode. Mike, do you want to talk a little bit about our sponsor? What is that? I hear something. Is that
that's Mercy in the background.
Oh,
Dennis just got in and she hears movement out in the apartment, but
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so actually one of the things that I did just realize when you asked earlier, I totally forgot this, but Fansets just announced that they are doing a The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 3 for the Delta from that. So that is coming soon. Yeah, the badge. So I think that's coming out in October. So that's really exciting. And I imagine they'll probably have some other things once the day progresses or the evening progresses for us. So yeah. But if you head over to fansets.com, put a bunch of pins into your cart. If it's more than $30, you'll get free shipping in the US. And if you use our code DSPride, all caps, you'll get 10% off of your order.
10%.
So we thank Fansets for sponsoring our podcast, Deep Space Pride, and the Trek Geeks Podcast Network.
Thanks, Fansets. Cool. All right. That about does it. We would love to hear from everyone. If you have thoughts for us about Star Trek Day, because we haven't talked about it, we would love to hear from you. You can email us at deepspacepride@gmail.com, or you can reach us on Twitter or on Instagram at Deep Space Pride, and we will do our best to get back to you. Oh, and Mike, hello. Is not our next episode our 1 year anniversary?
Yes,
Mike's
it is.
Mike
Well,
is
no. So
occupied by the
we're
dog.
we're gonna record a normal episode next week, because. Oh no, wait, no, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, next week will be our 1 year anniversary podcast.
Yes, 1
So
year.
yes, stay tuned for that, and
Oh, that dog's kind of
maybe
ugly.
we'll have something special in there. But
I don't like small dogs. It's kind of ugly. None of us seeing it like on the screen.
So to give our listeners context, Dennis just came in and picked up Mercy. So
And
he's
then I
introducing-
realized how ugly it is.
she's adorable. So stop it. Be nice. Be kind. Remember, be kind. If you don't have anything, didn't your mom teach you? I know she's
No.
Chinese, but she didn't teach you if you don't have anything nice to say.
No,
nothing at all.
that is an American thing. Do you know how direct?
You're
and-
American.
You know how direct and ridiculous Asian people are, like Asian parents? It's like, you're fat. Did you gain weight? Like they're like that.
Yes.
I'm sure you've heard about this, even the stereotype.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
why aren't you
I
married
know.
yet? Where are the children?
Yes.
Yeah, Asians don't believe in that shit. Give me a fucking break. Whatever.
Well,
Be
anyway,
nice. Yeah, no.
Mercy is adorable, and you can pick her up and put her in the palm of your hand. She's only 3 pounds. So yes. So anyway. So yeah, next week will be our 1 year anniversary, and then the following week is episode 50. So we will have done 50 episodes of this. And I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about next week, because we'll have everything
Star
that's
Trek Day.
Star Trek Day, which is still on the red carpet. So they are behind schedule already.
Oh, are people just moving in at a glacial pace?
I don't know what's going on, they might be wrapping up now. So I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping up. So the show is about to start.
Oh, well, here we go. Well,
Here we go. Well, so we'll see you all.
This episode's over.
This episode's over, but you'll hear all about Star Trek Day from us next episode. And thanks everybody for listening.
Live long and prosper, everyone.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Deep Space Pride is a production of Coconut Media Works. Executive producers Bill Smith and Dan Davidson. For more great Star Trek discussion, discover the other shows of the Trek Geeks Podcast Network at trekgeeks.com, or find us in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
Coconut.